This video and every other video on this channel is brought to you by our channel members. Join today for early access, bonus content, and more. Son of a bitch! Son of a fucking bitch! You give someone everything for so long. You pour everything you have into someone for so long and they just disappoint you. There's only one spotlight now. There's only one ringmaster now. The only royalty in this circus of chaos is me. I had it all, only to get stabbed in the heart. Juice Robinson, you want these tag team titles? Well, now you're gonna try and take them from me at my worst. Allow me to demonstrate. Juice, meet me in a circus of deathmatch at Victory Road if you fucking dare. Now you, get out of my fucking sight. Show's over, freaks. Hail 11 University to the doctor. And Xander number 3, is he? He's your friend. Is he gonna be okay? I don't know. I'm worried about him. But nonetheless, everybody, welcome back to TNA Wrestling. Coming hot off the heels of Under Siege just 7 days ago. And we are kicking things off with some singles action here tonight, as here is the blessed one, KC Navarro, making his way down to the ring. That is right, we are fresh off of Under Siege and right on the road to Victory Road. We are on the Victory Road to Slammiversary now, folks. That we are, Slammiversary. Bound for Glory is, I believe, what you mean. Right, I had it backwards. Keeps happening. So KC Navarro tonight taking on the man that betrayed him and kicked him out of first class just a few weeks ago. On the road to Slammiversary, it is AJ Francis making his way down to the ring. AJ Francis, the leader of first class, set for action here tonight, trying to squash the smaller man that used to follow him around, used to be his tag team partner in first class. These guys were partners in crime together for a while before all this went down. That is right, but now Navarro looks to break out on his own. Crazy to say break out on his own for a guy that's been a champion before. That's true, but it was the LAW title, which is not to knock the LAW title by any means or anyone that's held it. But that is to say that is to say that we have, you know, there's a bit of a difference between LAW and TNA. Fair enough. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's kick off TNA the right way. The implosion of the first class members. Here we go. Navarro trying to grab a hold of him. KC Navarro, you can see the sheer size disadvantage he's at right now. Going up against a guy this much bigger than him and AJ Francis. That he is, as AJ Francis now has KC Navarro by the head, and KC Navarro He's in some serious trouble, he is, E3. That he is. He's got to try and figure out what's going to work for him to take down this guy that's so much bigger than him. And, well, he's trying now, though. But the thing is, going for these big striking moves, these big power moves against AJ Francis, I don't know how well that's going to work. That's more what he needs to focus on. He can do things AJ Francis cannot even dream of in this ring. That's true. We all know that AJ Francis is banned from diving. That's what they tell me. As AJ Francis falls out of the ring now, and AJ Francis... Casey Navarro! Wiping him out! What a dive there! Navarro is on a roll right now. Casey Navarro with AJ Francis sized up. Double axe handle off the barricade. There's Casey Navarro now sending the big man back into the ring. You know Navarro's been waiting for this one for a long time, Doc. He's been waiting for this big chance to prove he's got what it takes to be a big breakout single star here in LS11 University. He's doing that just now against AJ Francis. AJ Francis thrown into the corner, though, and AJ Francis here grabbing onto him. Swinging him around now. AJ Francis swings him around into... shoulder first into the ring post. Kicking him down now. AJ Francis. Getting him back up to his feet now. AJ grabbing on to Casey Navarro. And puts him in the corner. On the top rope now. AJ Francis. Whoa, launching him. Navarro going splat off the canvas on that one. As Francis rolls him over there. Kick out from Navarro, though. AJ Francis now pulls him in. Spine buster, taking him down. AJ's going to look for the dive. Nobody home. Navarro kicking him in the midsection. Gets caught, though. AJ Francis. Setting him off the ropes now and ducks him. Ducks him a second time. And into... sidewalk slam. Thing with AJ Francis is, you know, there's going to be some professional jealousy there as well. The fact that Casey Navarro, so much younger than him, already has a championship, something AJ Francis has yet to do in the LS11 universe. That's true. AJ Francis has never been a champion. He's tried many times, fought for tag gold, fought for singles gold, but never has he... Well, wait a minute, he's looking for payout. Navarro countering Casey Navarro into... massive DDT. And Casey Navarro. Off the top. With the frog splash. Gets him. Navarro has done it. Casey Navarro beats his former friend. Massive win there for for Casey Navarro. A massive win there for Casey Navarro tonight. Officially breaking himself out of the shadow. Getting that albatross of first class off his neck once and for all. And now you got to think championship gold can be on the mind of the blessed one. A massive win there for Casey Navarro tonight. Over AJ Francis. Got plenty more coming next. I just don't understand why you're being such a dick about everything. Yeah, well, I don't understand how that white in your ass hasn't turned brown again with how far up your own ass you are lately. Tatum, where is all of this coming from? Xander, where is it coming from? I'm getting my ass handed to me each and every week fighting your stupid battles because you're too hurt to go out there and do things for yourself nowadays. You talk so much about how you're not going to be like Triple H, how you're not going to be this Triple H clone anymore, how you're not going to be this, how you're not going to be that, how you're going to give opportunities to other people. All I'm seeing is you going after Ray week after week. You know what, Tatum? You want an opportunity? Fucking fine. I'll see you in the main event tonight. Or you haven't cleared? I don't care if I'm cleared or not. Maven doesn't get to tell me what to do. Alright, folks, we'll be moving to some Knockouts tag team action coming up here on TNA. That we do, as making their way to the ring are the Elegance brand. Heather and Maggie by Elegance. So, Heather and M by Elegance make their way down to the ring. Big matchup here for them tonight, as we are on the road to finding out who will be the next challengers to the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. That is right, we got to find out who's going to be challenging at Victory Road. So, let's bring out their opponents. Well, they're back. Been a little while since we've seen them. The Inspiration. Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay are back here in TNA. Been a little while since we've seen them here in LS11 Universe, but the Inspiration are here. That is right, these great mods created by Stacy. You can find them on her Patreon. So, the Inspiration have made their way to the ring. The Elegance brand and the Inspiration going head-to-head tonight. That's right, as we got to find out who the challengers are going to be. We're going to need new challengers. That is right, we are going to guaranteed need new challengers to the titles. As Cassie Lee and Maggie starting it out. Battle of the Lees here. That's right, Maggie by Elegance, formerly known as Maggie Lee. Heather by Elegance, formerly known as Heather Reckless. Oh, big slap there. Well, the other thing, the Inspiration, Doug, they might have a little bit of ring rust. It's been a little while since they wrestled. I believe last time we saw them was at Emergence, where they came up short on that night to the Circus for the Knockouts Tag Team titles. That is right. Oh, and a big crossbody there from Maggie, taking down Cassie Lee. And we're coming out, taking it down into a cover here. Maggie Lee, no, kick out from Cassie. Cassie Lee getting caught here, and Cassie Lee sent off the ropes, avoids him. Catching the ropes herself now. Maggie coming in with a big crossbody. Taken down by Cassie there. Now Cassie Lee grabs hold of her, throws her across the ring into the corner of the Inspiration. Tag made, Jessie McKay is in. And the thing with the Inspiration is they've been teaming up together for almost a decade now. Think about that. I believe it was 2017 when these two first came together as the Iconics in the WWE. And ever since then, they've been inseparable in professional wrestling. Everywhere one of them goes, the other follows. When one took time off, the other took time off, so on and so forth. When one started a family, the other started a family. Simple as that. Now Maggie swinging Jessie McKay around and taking it down with a knee to the back. And now Maggie by Elegance, standing moonsault, taking it down. It's down Jessie McKay, rolling back to a feet, gets caught with chops now. Maggie Lee knocking it back, discus forearm, takes it down. Rolling her over now, look at this, Maggie Lee. Stomping her down here, and M by Elegance has Jessie in trouble. Jessie McKay trying to pull herself back up to her feet. Gets caught by Maggie, though. Now Maggie's got her up on her shoulder here, going for it. Whoa! I think we got to start sleeping more. Yeah, because I feel like I just saw something. I feel like I just saw like a demon crawl out of hell or something right there. As Maggie clawing away at the face of Jessie McKay there. That big kick goes for her, swings around now. Jessie McKay goes for a forearm, gets caught up on the shoulders now. Jessie McKay is caught. Oh, and a lung blower from Maggie. And now Maggie by Elegance hits the ropes, and big kick to the head Down goes Jessie McKay. M by Elegance into a cover now. For the 1. No, not even a 1. Not even 1. Z3, not even 1. Into the corner now. Tag made. Heather by Elegance is in now. And the Elegance brand. What are they thinking here? Oh, wait a minute. They sandwich it with kicks on the outside. And Heather dropping an elbow on Jessie McKay. McKay going down here. Heather back up and throwing her right back into the ring. Jessie McKay is down now. Heather by Elegance. Stalking her here. Heather going up to the top rope now. Heather by Elegance going to look to fly. Here we go. Heather goes for the crossbody. Caught by Jessie, rather. Jessie McKay with a tag. Cassie Lee is back in now, and Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, the inspiration, with double elbows. Taking it down now, and now Cassie Lee. Big spin kick there to Heather by Elegance. For the 1, 2, no. Maggie Lee getting in the ring for a moment there as well. As now Cassie Lee. She and Jessie McKay have done this hundreds of times, if not thousands. Teaming up like this as now they look for another big double team. The inspiration just working together like a well-oiled machine tonight. And it is yielding dividends as it looks like we are in the closing moments of this match, perhaps. As Jessie McKay spiking him into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, the inspiration getting the win. The inspiration pick up the victory tonight. A big win for them. As they knock off the Elegance brand, and it seems we are one step closer to knowing who will be the challengers to the Angel Warriors in just 3 weeks time, rather. That's right, 3 weeks from today, 21 days from today. We will know who the next challenger, or we will know who the Knockouts Tag Team Champs on the road to Bound for Glory will be. So, inspiration with the win. Cassie Lee, Jessie McKay standing tall. We have got more coming up. But we're going to hear from our TNA Director of Authority, Maven Huffman, up next. There we are. Hey guys, Maven here. I want to thank you all for joining us for another exciting premiere of TNA Wrestling. And I've got a few announcements I want to make tonight on the road to Victory Road here in just 21 nights. I want to start off by making it official. For those that haven't already seen it posted all over, it is now official that in 21 nights, the main event of Victory Road is going to be Chris Jericho defending the TNA World Championship against the cleaner Kenny Omega of Bullet Club. But not only that, I also want to confirm that we are going to crown #1 contenders to the Knockouts Tag Team titles next week in a multi-woman tag team matchup, and you might even see some stars that don't work here in TNA in that one. You might see some of our NXT or AAA women showing up in that one as well. You never know who's going to show up here in TNA. But I also want to confirm another big thing heading into Victory Road in just a couple of weeks' time, and that is that after what we saw earlier tonight, I want to make it official, after what we've seen the last several weeks, that after what has happened in the women's division for the Knockouts title, that we are only going to have one challenger at Bound for Glory to Shayna Baszler for the Knockouts World title, and that will be determined in 21 days between the Sorceress Jade Davidson and the Showstopper Elizabeth Bell one more time. And if Shayna or anyone else tries to get this one thrown out, I'm going to make it a triple threat matchup at Bound for Glory to guarantee that Shayna has to defend against both women if she tries to screw them over. That is all my announcements for tonight. I want to thank you all for being here tonight and joining us for another great episode of TNA, and I will see you all soon. Now we got more of the show for you. We got some X Division action coming up next. All right, we got some X Division action coming up next. Have some big announcements there from from Maven. That is right, as we're going into some singles action in the X Division, as here is Bad Apple, Brian Keith. This time we're seeing Brian Keith following... Bless you. Thank you. Couldn't get to the mute button in time? I could not, I tried. Alright, yep, I'm good, I'm good. You just take the fucking lead for a minute, take the fucking lead! Anyway, so Brian Keith, as Doc was saying before he killed himself with a sneeze, apparently, this is the first time we're seeing Brian Keith since the ending of the Learning Tree, just a few weeks ago, when Jericho decided that he didn't need Brian Keith or Cal Bloom anymore. And so the Bad Apple is all on his own tonight, going one-on-one with the X Division champion. You just stop, you don't talk. You talk when you're ready. Okay. As here comes the X Division champ to the ring. One fucking part of Bullet Club. I've lost count of how many of them there are at this point. We got 3 new members just 2 days ago on NXT. You wanted the Doc crash out. Too bad you're getting the Z3 crash out tonight. Because I'm going to talk about the fact that Bullet Club is getting bigger by the day. At this point, I'm like, what? Are they going to show up and attack me on Saturday at LAW? I sure hope not. Alright, I'm good now. Taiji Ishimori, he is the last remaining person that won their gold. One of the 2 last remaining people that won their gold on the return show of TNA back at Emergence that has not lost it yet. The only other one being Shayna Baszler, the Knockouts champion. Tonight, though, Taiji Ishimori going head-to-head with Bad Apple Brian Keith as we are on the hunt to find out who will be challenging Ishimori at Bound for Glory in just under 8 weeks' time. So here we go. Ishimori and Keith locking up here. Brian Keith, for being in the X Division, has a little bit of a size advantage over some of the people in it. So has a definite size advantage over Taiji. That's very noticeable. Ishimori rolling him through now. Cover on Brian Keith. 1, no. Brian Keith grabs a hold of him now, and Brian Keith has Taiji. Taiji Ishimori's got him by the head now. Taiji has a hold of Brian Keith now. Has him by the head. Swinging around. Wrenches the arm back behind him now. Taiji Ishimori now. Brian Keith's got caught now. Taiji trying to wrench it back. Brian Keith swinging around into a headlock now. Has Ishimori. Taiji Ishimori now. Shoves Brian Keith over the top rope. Grabs a hold of him now. Right hook connects. Ishimori pulls him in and DDTs him in the ropes. Down he goes. Ishimori's very cold and calculated in that ring. That's something we're seeing here. He's also the first member of Bullet Club to have won gold this season. Let that sink in. And it's been a very golden season for Bullet Club, where you've had Zack Sabre Jr. winning the TNA International title. You've got Wardlow with the AEW International title. The Good Brothers with the AEW Tag titles. B. Priestley with the AEW Women's title. So on and so forth. It has been a very gold-heavy season, but Taiji will always be the first to win gold for Bullet Club. He did it on the very first weekend of the season. He won an Ultimate X match, a ladder match, against 7 other men to become the X Division champion. Look at this. The Bone Soldier hits him with that tombstone lung blower into a cover on Brian Keith for the 1, for the 2, no. Ishimori knocking him back here. Brian Keith. Jab to the midsection. Right hook again connecting here. Brian Keith knocking him back here with some big chops. This would be a huge win for Brian Keith as well. Someone who we've not gotten to see much of in the LS11 universe as he gets a big falling powerbomb there on Ishimori. Brian Keith now telling him to get back up to his feet here. Bounty Hunter Brian Keith. They're going to finish the job now. Kicks him in the midsection. Gets him up. Tiger Bomb. Taking him down. That could be all she wrote for the X Division champ. 2. Only a 2 count, though. And Brian Keith is going right to putting the boots on him here. Brian Keith hits the ropes, goes for an elbow. Ishimori out of the way. What a knee strike there. Taiji showing his strength there, and Ishimori flying in with that big knee. Taiji Ishimori kicking him down now. Brian Keith swings him around. Brian Keith has him up on an electric chair, taking him down here. It's a must-win situation for Brian Keith tonight. He doesn't want to fall to the wayside here in TNA. Doesn't want to end up being forgotten. That is absolutely right. It's Brian Keith now. Whoa, went for a big kick. Ishimori, right hook connecting now. Taiji skips him again for another tombstone. Lung blower taking him down into another cover here. Hooks the leg on Brian Keith. 1, 2. No! A near fall there for Taiji. I think he's used to having a match put away by this point. That he is, but Brian Keith fighting, trying to stay alive, fighting for his life in this one. Brian Keith sends him off the ropes now, pops him up into a massive fall, a massive suplex there, taking him down. Brian Keith now picks Taiji back up to his feet here, pulls him in. Brian Keith gets him up into spinning sit-out powerbomb. And Brian Keith, if he hits this duck, it's going to be all she wrote. Whoa, he nearly hits it. Taiji, though. Taiji's got him for the brainbuster. Into the lung blower knee. Into a cover. Taiji Ishimori for the 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Taiji Ishimori knocking off Brian Keith tonight. Big win there for the Bone Soldier of Bullet Club. Taiji Ishimori knocking him off. Brian Keith, nothing to be ashamed of tonight. Showed what he was made of. Gave us more of a showing out of him than we've ever seen in LS11 Universe. And I think Brian Keith might actually have a pretty bright future up ahead of him after a night like tonight. Perhaps he does. I think maybe now people might start seeing what the bad apple is all about. See what this bounty hunter can bring. Big win there tonight for Taiji Ishimori over Brian Keith. We've got some more action coming up. We got some knockouts action specifically coming up next here on TNA. Hello, this Miss Connell. Good to be here on another episode of TNA. Last week, Chris Danger, he brought a hell of a fight. And Chris, I'm happy to run it back anytime, brother. You gave me a hell of a fight. I'm very much looking forward to running it back at some point. Maybe when you find a better personality, where you're not just being an ass all the time. I mean, come on now. I gotta tell you, I'm very excited heading into so many things here. I've got my sights set on just about everything. I got my sights set on, Alpha versus Omega for the TNA World Title. I got my sights set on tag titles, X Division title, everything. I've got my sights set on, tag titles especially because I'm gonna be in the Lethal Lottery coming up, and I'm just ready to take out all the assholes I see around here in TNA. Is that so? Well, funny thing is, I wasn't exactly talking about you, but it's funny that you're an asshole. Really, that's what we want to talk about? I don't see what not. We could talk about how bad all of your world title runs have been too, but might just be trivializing things at that point. You realize there are 5 of us in the system and 1 of you, right? Yeah, but a lot of people like me compared to you. Yeah? You got any of them around, or should I call the rest of the boys and we leave your ass laying? We got a problem back here? Not want to turn around, Nick. Oh, no, no problem. We're just having a conversation. Just got, locker room talk. This guy bothering you, Carnold? No, I think we're fine, Bill. Much appreciated, though, big man. Nick here was just leaving, isn't that right? Were you just leaving, Nick? Yeah. Yeah, I swear, I will bring the rest of the system, and we will leave you all in puddles of your own blood. What a bunch of losers, huh? Yeah, man, fuck the system, like for real. You doing alright? Can't complain? Talked to Casey lately? Yeah, we were thinking about going out and getting some dinner after the show. Yeah, let's go out and get some dinner, maybe have some fun, Good stuff, good times. Sounds good. You excited for the Lethal Lottery? Yeah, pretty excited. I got a pretty good partner with Omos. What about you? I have still yet to meet mine. I do not know where she is. She is an enigma from what I've heard. Well, look, you need backup against the system. You just say the word. Well, when you got an exterminator and a guy that is almost 7 feet tall, and you unite them. You got the realest guys in the room. Can't teach that. All right, well, we've got some knockouts action coming up next here on TNA. Apologize, I just accidentally reached for my drink and I just punched my microphone. Sorry to anyone at home that heard that one. As here comes Mora Shotzi. As Mora Shotzi makes her way down to the ring, ready for some singles action tonight. Really trying to prove herself here in TNA is Shotzi. She really is. We haven't gotten to see too terribly much of her since her arrival here. She's had a handful of matches here and there, but I've heard tonight she's taking on a new arrival in her own right. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. It's Shotzi. Shotzi Blackheart is here. Shotzi Blackheart in the taking care of business tank. Riding down to the ring. Shotzi Blackheart officially, after being on the roster page since the return of TNA back at Emergence, Shotzi is finally actually here in the Knockouts division. Been waiting on her for a while, but here she is. Shotzi Blackheart. Been waiting a while to see her again. Her and the TCB tank. So, let's do this. Shotzi and Mora Shotzi. One-on-one in our second to last matchup of the evening. Here we go. Lock up. Both these women looking for a big opportunity tonight to get a big win. Shotzi trying to still break out on her own after a long time of being just a sidekick to someone else, of Lash Legend over in NXT. After so long of being Lash Legend's sidekick, now she's here in TNA, she's all on her own, and she's got to try and prove herself as her own woman. She really does. We've not gotten to see much of Shotzi throughout her career here in LS11 Universe. We've seen glimpses of her. We've seen a little bit of what she can do, but we've never truly seen what she can do when she's on her own and she's unleashed upon the wrestling world. She's trying to show that right now with Shotzi. Last time we saw her, she was in a tag team matchup coming up short. And now tonight, well, Shotzi's got the arm wrenched behind her here, and Shotzi very much controlling this matchup as the former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. As she is, but Mora Shotzi now getting punched back. Shotzi knocking it back here. Shotzi. Elbow strike into the midsection now. Mora Shotzi now sends her off the ropes. Goes for a drop toe hold. Right hook from Shotzi. Shotzi now gets counted. Shotzi sends her into the corner. Mora Shotzi. Into... Oh, a big chop there, knocking it back. Down goes Shotzi Blackheart, who kicks out immediately. Shotzi staying in it now. Mora Shotzi grabs a hold of her here, and Shotzi takes her and puts her in the corner now. Shotzi swinging on around now, picking it back up, ties the leg up, kicks the leg into the ropes, taking it down, kicking it down again now. Mora Shotzi. Kicking it down again. Driving her knees into it here, and Shotzi pulling her in, picking it back up to her feet now. Mora Shotzi hits the ropes, coming in hot, goes for a drop kick, nobody home. Into Bulldog, taking it down. Shotzi, she's been searching for singles success for a long time here in the LS11 universe. And I feel like if she's going to find it anywhere, it's going to be here in TNA. I fully agree with you, Doc. Shotzi has so much potential that just hasn't been reached yet. just because she's yet to be given that chance. We've seen her have title matches before on PLEs at that. We saw her challenge Trish Stratus at one point for the WWE Women's World title at Money in the Bank Season 5. That we did. But we haven't gotten to see too much of her because of the release. As right now is, wait a minute. Shotzi, whoa, ducks through, grabs Sade, floats through, sliced bread! Into recover now on Sade. Shotzi's got it down for the 1, 2, no. Mora Sade now, clotheslines him. Into another one. Sade, drop kick, takes down Shotzi. Into recover now, Mora Sade for the win. Kick out immediately from Shotzi though. Now Mora Sade kicking her in the head. Down goes Shotzi. Getting her back up to her feet now. Sade, whoa, went for it. Shotzi into a big clothesline. And the ballsy badass going up top now. And Shotzi had Sade in the drop zone, but Mora Sade. Right hook connects now, and Sade with Shotzi off the top, taking her down. There's Oliver now, kicking to the back. Down she goes. Sade rolls her over. Yeah, goes for a kick. Shotzi takes out the leg. And big bulldog there from Mora Sade. Shotzi's down now, and Mora Sade. Time to get back up to her feet here, and Sade. Kicking away at her now. Now got her back. Big kick there. Mora Sade up to the middle rope. Into... Oh, went for the double axe handle. Shotzi out of the way now. Shotzi. Big roundhouse kick. Oh my god, what a knee strike. Getting caught though. Sade figuring this match out as she goes, adapting throughout the match. Sade, or hit Shotzi in the back of the head now, and Mora Sade. Shotzi put in the corner now. Sade turning her around here. Mora Sade. Running the ropes now, and Sade, no! The drop kick, big kick there. Shotzi's got it down now, and Shotzi's putting her up on the top rope now. Duck, what does she do up here? Well, you're about to find out, Z3, because Shotzi can do a lot up here, including Hurricane Runner off the top. She's got it down. That's a long distance call to make. It looks like she's going to try it. Hits the senton in the center of the ring. And Shotzi for the 1, 2, 3. Shotzi Blackheart arrives to TNA with an exclamation point. Massive win there for Shotzi Blackheart tonight. Getting that big win with that big cannonball there. Shotzi Blackheart picking up the win. Our main event, Xander versus Tatum, is coming up next. That it is. Oh, Chris. You've always called yourself the best in the world at what you do. But what you do, Chris, no one has figured out yet. Are you the best in the world at making music? Because last I checked, the Fozzy ticket sales aren't that hot. Are you the best in the world at dancing? Because I believe I remember you placing 6th on Dancing with the Stars. Are you the best in the world at getting fired, maybe? Because you've done that from a couple companies now. Or maybe you're the best in the world at being a whiny little bitch. You came here to TNA because you needed it. I came here because TNA needs me. Bullet Club needs me. Present company excluded, Zach. Thank you. I think this place was perfectly under control in the very capable hands of my friend Zack Sabre Jr. here. But Chris, You and I have been ships passing in the night for a long time now, haven't we? Everyone's just waiting for the day that the Alpha and the Omega finally lock up. Chris, 21 more nights, big boy. 21 more nights. I hope you're looking just as forward to it as I am. Because I am very much looking forward to humiliating you. To proving that the so-called best in the world at what he does is nothing more than an overhyped, overrated, aging old man. Take that to bed with you tonight, Chris. Take it to bed with you right next to your treasonous wife. But with that, I bid you adieu, Chris. Goodbye, and good night. Bang! Alright, well, folks, it is main event time here on TNA. That it is. As here comes Xander to the ring. Here he comes, the former LS11 Grand Champion, who is looking worse for wear as of late. I mean, I'm not even making like a joke about the fact he shaved his beard or anything. Yeah, that's a little... It's a little disturbing to see him without it nowadays, but for so long of seeing him with it, it's growing back fairly quick. Yeah, it is, but also it's a matter of like... He's clearly worse for wear, especially after last week. He shouldn't be doing this matchup tonight. No, I agree, he shouldn't be, but sometimes he he is anything if stubborn. Stubborn and maybe a little too proud for his own good. That's true. So, Xander's made his way to the ring. He's taking on one of his own buddies tonight. As here come... Here come Tatum to the ring. There they are, JT and Tatum. So, Tatum have made their way down to the ring. JT going to be at ringside. He'll be commentating on Saturday for LAW alongside me. So be sure to tune in for LAW. As it is Xander and Tatum one-on-one. Here we go. As Tatum lords now as Xander. And Xander trying to fight back here. Tatum. Xander shoving him down. Tatum, whoa, German suplex. Now Tatum grabbing that arm of Xander. Remember, Xander wears a protective glove on his left hand or on his right hand there because he broke one of his fingers many years ago and never actually got it healed. It never healed probably because he couldn't go to the hospital. He couldn't afford to go and get it taken care of. It's true. That's a genuine true story. About 12 years ago, in a game of basketball, Xander broke his middle finger on his right hand but didn't tell his family about it. It was back when he was in school. He didn't tell his family about it. And so they never took him to the doctor to get it taken care of, so that finger never healed right, so he wears a glove. Well, JT, I bet you I know what he's at. I think JT's asking Xander's opinions on BBL, but don't finish that sentence! Poison Rana from Tatum. Kick out from Xander, though. A big swinging knee. Xander back to his feet now, and Xander knocking Tatum back into the ropes here, and Xander ducks him, leapfrogs him, and goes to the back elbow. Tatum now kicking away at him in the midsection. Tatum Lords. Big kick there, taking him down. Xander back to his feet now, and Xander kicked in the midsection now. Tatum Lords grabs him by the throat. Oh my god! Choke slam, lung blower. Xander getting the shoulders up. Tatum. Good god. Did any of us know he could do that? I don't think so. Xander with the 360 code breaker, though. Xander bringing it back now. Xander fighting on his... I would say he's fighting on his last legs, but he's been fighting better than I think a lot of us expected him to. Tatum has got hold of him. And, oh, a lung blower again. Xander getting taken down there. It's just been big loss after big loss for Xander as of late. It really has. He's been struggling massively as Tatum just throws him so hard that he just falls out of the ring. The referee begins the count now. Xander's not moving. He's not getting up. And he's staggering back to his feet now, and Xander slides right in as Tatum sit out powerbomb into a cover. 1, 2, no! The sit out elevated powerbomb. Xander answering back now, chopping him back here, and Xander goes for a kick. Tatum swings him around. Tatum goes for a kick. Xander has Tatum up, and atomic drop knocks him down into Bulldog. Xander, wait a minute, kicks Tatum in the midsection. Xander. Pedigree. For the 1, 2, kick out from Tatum Lords. It doesn't look like Xander get the full power behind that pedigree either. It doesn't. It seemed like he just kind of rushed his way into it as Tatum. Oh my god, another lung blower. Choke slam. Tatum putting Xander in the corner now, putting him up on the top. I think Xander's given all he's got left. It seems that way, Doc. It looks like Xander is just absolutely gassed. And Tatum drives him off the top rope with an attitude adjustment. Tatum Lords. Picks him up again for the sit-out elevated powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Tatum wins. Holy hell. Xander just got borderline squashed by Tatum there. I mean, Xander gave everything he had, but I mean, that Tatum wins. Tatum just beat Xander. He got him up and he got him down. I mean, that Tatum wins. Tatum standing tall to end the night. JT and Tatum did it. JT and Tatum celebrating. Tatum's got the biggest win of his career. That was, I believe, his first ever singles match, at least as part of TNA. And he just beat Xander. Oh, I mean, that's gone about as well as I expected it to, you know? Things have not been going my way lately, have they? I mean, everything I try, I'm just getting my ass handed to me. Left and right. I can't beat Ray. I can't beat Rick. I can't even beat Tatum tonight. And that's no offense to Tatum, I mean. No, none at all, I just... I've main evented Xander Mania 3 years in a row. Won 2 of them. Outlasted legends. What is happening to me lately? I just feel like my whole life's falling apart. I can't buy a win. I can't figure myself out. I'm getting in my own head left and right. Everything I do, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Maybe it's time I got some help, you know? Maybe it's time maybe I form a new faction. Everyone else seems to be doing it. No, everyone around here seems to think I'm a mark for myself, so... I mean, this is probably doing me no favors in that regard, but I don't think there's many young guys that will wanna team up with me. Maybe I reform an old faction. Maybe I reform ZC Enterprise. No, that wouldn't work. JJ's off in LAW, Shinobi hates me, and the other 2 guys got future endeavored. I mean, I'm at the end of my rope, man. I can't buy a win. I got no friends around here anymore. You know, in times like this, there's one person that maybe I could turn to, but he doesn't even work here anymore. Doesn't work for TNA anymore, but I mean, fuck it, what's the worst that could happen? I'm at the end of my rope. I got no one else to turn to. Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Why did it work? They said his name. He said his name, and so he appeared. For the first time since the relaunch of TNA, the former TNA World Champion is here. Former DPW Tag Team Champion as well. It's Joe Hendry. When Xander needed him most, he returns to TNA. Joe Hendry is here, the prestigious one. Say his name, and he appears. And it seems not a moment too soon. My friend, you are looking worse for wear. Thanks, Joe. I feel like shit, too. Well, I wasn't going to go that far. I assume you would only say my name if you really needed me. Typically, yeah. I'm ready to give up, Joe. I think it's time to quit. I'm sorry. Is Xander Carver, the guy that hasn't missed an upload in over 6 years, telling me he's about to quit? The guy that beat Chris Jericho in the main event of Xander Mania is about to quit because the going's getting a little tough? Joe, my whole life is falling apart around me, Joe. I thought everything was getting better. I was beating the depression. I was doing everything right. And everything is falling apart. I don't think I can do this much longer, Joe. I don't know how much longer I can keep going. Yeah. I think maybe it's time to walk away from it all, Joe. 6 years is a good run. You're in far worse condition than I thought. So, I'll tell you what. What you need is 252 pounds of pure motivation. What you need is the answer to all of life's problems. You need to be motivated. You need a match with Joe Hendry. Come again? I think it's only right that I step in the ring again here in TNA. I don't care if I'm going to have Bronson Reed to deal with a few nights later at SummerSlam. Because this is more important. That's not to say my title defense isn't, but to help a friend is very important to me as well. So damn it, we're doing this. First time ever. Probably the only time ever. 3 weeks from tonight, TNA Victory Road. Xander Carver, Joe Hendry, one-on-one. Fine. Let's do it. Xander, in just 21 nights, you are not going to walk away. You are not going to quit. You are going to be more motivated than ever to go to Bound for Glory and fight Ray and take back your grand title. And do everything else. Liberate LAW from the clone. You're going to stand here and you're going to stand up to the bullies in TNA. And maybe, just maybe, on the other side of all of it, maybe you and I will take back our DPW tag team titles. Because damn it, in 21 nights, Xander Carver, I am going to make you believe in yourself. And Xander, don't disappoint me. Thank you, Joe. I'm gonna kick your ass in 21 days. But right now, I gotta buy you a beer. Sounds like a plan to me, my friend. What a match we have had made for Victory Road. It seems Xander's already gotten some of his mojo back just from that. And that is gonna do it tonight, folks. We'll see you all for more action and more Universe next week on TNA. I've been Xander 3. I've been the Doctor, and that was Universe. Special thanks to $10 above Patreon backers JJ Gyllenhaal, Tech Nizzle, Harry Willetts, and Jeremy Burt. Patreon is the best way to support me directly, and joining you get LS11 member Nitro, Let's Play content, early access to Sanctuary videos, and more.